Terry Kapp wants to take this American Green back to Canada. Who would you rather face in the final, Jeb Allen or Richard Tharp, if you had a choice?
Actually, we've raced them both, and I enjoy racing either one of them. They're both good sportsmen, and they're friends of ours. And I've raced Jeb a few times and beat him a few times, and I've raced Richard a few times and beat him a few times, and they've beat me a few times. So it's going to be a good race all the way around.
All right, let's go to the starting line and find out just who Terry Kapp will race in the final round of the Cajun Nationals.
Second semifinal matchup before this overflow crowd. The temperature in the 90s. It is hot, it is humid. Jeb Allen will be in the near lane. He had the choice of lanes. Going against Richard Tharp in the far lane. A classic matchup in this semifinal. Earlier, Steve had an opportunity to take a closer look at the tires on a Top Fuel dragster.
The tires on these Top Fuel dragsters are big. You can see that even on television. But you can't appreciate how really enormous they are until you roll in an average-sized passenger car tire. The drag's slick, no tread. They want all the contact they can get onto the pavement. It's 3.5 feet high, 1.5 feet wide. Now on this tire, you get 25, 30,000 miles with any luck and good driving. This tire, you get exactly 1 mile before you throw it away. And this tire is $225 compared to maybe $35 or $40 here. I'm just glad I'm not the guy that has to mount this tire.
One other comparison, only 4 pounds of air pressure used in these tires of Top Fuel dragster.
Jeb Allen owns and maintains his own car. Richard Tharp is a contracted driver. A perfect start by both drivers. Jeb Allen with some control problems. He gets it straightened out and out and muscles Tharp at 243 miles an hour.
So it is Jeb Allen moving into the finals, where he'll be going against the Canadian Terry Kapp. Cindy Allen, his wife, into the pickup truck, and she'll head towards the finish line. Steve Evans is also headed towards the finish line, and a chance to talk with Jeb Allen. Steve?
So for Jeb Allen, it's a final round berth here at the Cajun Nationals. I know your question is, what did you run? It was enough for lane choice, a 6:02.
Yeah, it shook really bad. I guess I'm getting old.
At 26?
Yeah, I'll be 27 in about 2 weeks. It's, you know, we put a little power in it and it spun the tires. I lifted and got back in it, and, you know, we just had the horsepower. He probably did the same thing. We pulled away from him on the top end.
You know, 1 year ago today, it looked as if you were going to win this event. You had the favored lane, but you crossed the center line, almost tipped the car over. Are you going to be a little more cautious of track conditions, changing conditions?
We're a year older, and in sense and learning things, we're about 10 years older, I think, from the day we were here a year ago.
All right, it'll be Terry Kapp and Jeb Allen, a weekend warrior, and Jeb who races for a living. That's how it sets up at the Cajun Nationals.
An overflow crowd at the State Capitol Raceway just outside of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This is Charlie Jones, Steve Evans. We're here for the Cajun National Drag Races, the finals between Bob Glidden and Andy Manarino. And while we were away, Glidden had a problem in his pits, and Steve is there to check it out.
Bob Glidden, we were clear over on the other side of the pits and heard a big boom from over here. What happened?
A battery exploded. I pulled a battery charger off with hot fumes coming out of the battery, and the spark exploded the battery.
That could happen to the average guy in his garage if he's not careful.
It certainly could. I've been preaching to my kids not to do that, and I reached across and did it. Yes, anytime a battery's hot and acid's coming out, a spark can certainly ignite it.
But everything seems to be all right with pro number 1, 5-time world champion driver, Bob Glidden. And here is Andy Manarino. First time that Andy has made it this far. First time that he has been in the finals, so he has to be a bit nervous. And earlier, he talked with Steve.
There's a search going on here in the Andy Manarino Pro Stock Camp. They're looking for about 1/1500ths of a second. Have we found any of that yet?
Well, we think we found a little bit. We'll have to rely on good light, and I think we figured about another 900ths. We might have it.
And Steve, as we look down this quarter-mile drag strip to these two motorized gladiators, the first thing that I noticed is that the man with the fastest time of the previous outing gets the choice of the lane. Up to this point, that driver has always taken the lane on the left, the near lane. But this time, Bob Glidden is the choice. He takes the far lane.
That's because traditionally at this racetrack, as the afternoon wears on, the traction in that left-hand lane deteriorates.
So Andy Manarino is facing Bob Glidden on a lane that may be a little bit slower. The winner of this race will take home $11,000. But for Manarino, even more important, recognition as a top pro stock driver.
Andy Manarino is out first over Bob Glidden. He's got a shot at winning this title. Glidden has more horsepower. He's inching up. It's anybody's drag race. It's Bob Glidden winning the Cajun Nationals.
And what a way to finish the competition here today, as Etta Glidden, Bob's wife, joins the celebration.
Let's take another look at this race. Off the starting line, it's Andy Manarino, cat-like quick. He gets an instant edge over Glidden. At this point, he can't even see Glidden. He can taste this Cajun Nationals victory.
Andy Manarino driving a great race, but it was Bob Glidden with too much experience and too much horsepower as he edges him at the line. Let's go down the winner's circle, and Steve's with the champion.
And wheeling into the Cajun Nationals winner's circle after an incredible battle in the final round with Andy Manarino, Bob Glidden. Congratulations. How many national event victories is this?
Don't ask me that, Steve. I don't know.
It's 34 or 5. The winningest drag racer in history. Doesn't matter what class. Tell us about the race. Let's rerun it a little bit.
That was just a terribly close race. Andy left on me 2 300ths on the starting line, and at the first speed light, he was 2 foot ahead of me.
2 feet at almost the finish line?
Yes. 66 foot before the finish line. And I was fairly well sure at the finish line I'd won the race.
I see a lady over here, I think. You know, Etta, come here. Let's not deprive Etta Glidden, who works so very, very hard on this car. And I don't mean polishing wheels. She gets in there and helps build engines. Congratulations.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
You folks are just an incredible couple in motorsports history. You've done so well and made an incredible career out of drag racing, right? It's done very well for you.
Well, it's been very rewarding, not only
financially.
Not only financially, but in many other ways.
Okay. Well, congratulations again.
Thank you.
To the premier couple in motor racing. You just can't talk about the driver because this is such a team effort. Bob and Etta Glidden, Cajun Nationals Pro Stock winners.
This is Charlie Jones and Steve Evans. We're back at the State Capitol Raceway just outside of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And we're here now for the finals of the Cajun National Drag Races for Top Fuel Dragsters. The final matchup between Jeb Allen, who will be in the far lane. He'll be going for his 7th career victory. He'll be going against Terry Kapp, who is after his 2nd career victory. His first victory was in the Nationals. Steve talked with both drivers.
Is there anything you do as a driver to psych yourself up to meet somebody like Jeb Allen, who you know is not apt to make a mistake on the starting line?
No, I don't really let that bother me too much. It's not my living, so as a result, there's not a lot of pressure, and we still do it basically for the sport of it. And I like to drive safely, and when you're on. And lately, it's been better. We've been running more, and but I don't do anything to psych myself up. I just stage the car and
go for it.
Go for it. At the end of the track, you see what happens. But we're getting it there. A little more racing, a little more experience, like anything else. Mind you, I've been racing for several years, but not, as you say, like Jeb Allen every weekend.
So you feel the guy that finds the balance of power for the track conditions is going to win this race?
Well, yeah, but you know, the track conditions here in Louisiana is a little strange. The air, you cut it with a knife almost. It's so thick. And it's just, it's a tricky deal. Terry Kapp's been in the final here lately. He's a tough competitor, you know. It'll be anybody's drag race when we go up there. We keep in our back of our head, we have to beat that, man. You know, you don't win until I see you down at the other end talking to me.
So Jeb Allen, he had the fastest time in the semifinals. He has choice of lanes, and for the first time today, he takes the lane on the right. Terry Kapp will be in the near lane.
This is a repeat of the final round at the U.S. Nationals last year, Charlie, when Terry Kapp defeated Jeb Allen. Jeb looking for a little revenge right now. A perfect start by both cars. Kapp doesn't appear to have the horsepower he needs. It's Jeb Allen all the way. His first ever Cajun Nationals win.
Terry Kapp had problems right from the beginning, and Cindy Allen is now headed out to join her husband, and congratulations all around. For Jeb Allen, at 26 years of age, the consummate professional from Long Beach, back at the start. Allen with a good start, Kapp has a good start. But watch Kapp on the left. He simply does not have any grip with the tires. They start to spin on him, then he knows he cannot catch Jeb Allen, so he just backs off, and Allen takes it going away. For Jeb Allen, it's been a perfect week. He's with Steve. Let's join him.
An absolutely beaming Jeb Allen wheels into the winner's circle to accept congratulations on his first ever Cajun Nationals victory. You made it look easy. You didn't overpower the racetrack. Ran just perfect, 6'11".
Yeah, you know, we went into the final round here last year against Gary Beck. You know, we was number 2, the same as we are this year. And we smoked the tires in the left lane. So we immediately said when we went into the final, Bob DeVore helped us out a little bit and said, let's go to the right lane, let's change lanes. And then when I seen the Pro Stock winner and the Pro Comp winner win in the right lane, I said, boy, it's my day, you know, not taking the cylinder heads off the car the entire weekend, not even having to take a piston out to inspect it. It's just it's like a dream come true, you know.
At 26 years of age, Jeb Allen is professional as they come in the sport of drag racing.
And it was a record crowd here today in Cajun country at the State Capitol Raceway just outside of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Our congratulations to Jeb Allen on his 7th career victory. For Steve Evans, this is Charlie Jones. So long from the Cajun National Drag Racing.